Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to everybody in the stands. We're going to have a performance by our World Conference Eagle cheerleaders now. Let's go through and do an introduction. Our cheer squad from 2016. Asia Rutledge, Crystal Shaw, Lamia Muchala, Ryan Walker, Sonia Kingsley, Amy Cho, Emily Ropke, Elena Chung, Allison Sober, Yasmin Ashraf, Alexa Young, Izzy Brooke, Luria Costa, Sasha Quinlan, and Narina Vasiliadis. A big hand for our cheerleaders for 2016. Also don't want to leave out the coach, Susan Studebaker Rutledge, and our team mom, Nana Vasiliadis, as well as our stud coach, Dion Ung. All right, a big hand for our World Conference cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our senior recognition here. We're trying to get all the seniors on the field. We also need parents. Parents of the seniors, if you could come down to the field and join us, please. Moms and dads, come on and join us out here at midfield. Okay. All right, now to do the announcement for the senior recognition, Gavin McLeod from the booth there will do the readouts for each one of our seniors tonight.
Okay, let's start with Emily Rokicki. Emily has been at SAS for almost 13 years now. She's been a dancer for 8 years, art kid for 4 years, and now a cheerleader for 2. With only 2 years in cheerleading, she's come to absolutely love every aspect of it, especially her team, who she refers to as her family. She hopes to continue to pursue all these passions in her dream college at Chapman University in Orange County, California. Next, Josh Atomo. When he switched to football in the 6th grade after a few years of AYSO soccer, we thought it may last a year, but here we are 6 years later. Proud that Josh works hard to be better in football, and that since he is barely 14, he is able to balance school, football, and other responsibility without full-time supervision. We hope he will still be able to play football in college through intramural sports. May it be at Hopkins, Purdue, NYU, or one of the UCs. Johnny Picard. Johnny has been one of the longest players in SAFL, first joining in the American League in 2007. He's looking forward to going to college in the U.S. next year and plans to attend school on the West Coast, majoring in computer science and engineering, hopefully close to Silicon Valley. Joe Britt. Joe has been involved in SAS football for every year that has been available to him. He started in flag, has been a Ram, a Charger, a Cougar, a Bulldog, a Falcon, and an Eagle. He may not know it, but he has carried the ball, and he is more than one of the first downs in his stats. Joe plans to attend college next year. He plans to study some combo of pre-med and business, and his first choice school is NYU. He also has a D3 college in mind and has indicated they want him for their football team on the fence. He's a brick house. He's mighty, mighty. Neil McComb. Neil has been at SAS for 11 years and a part of the football program for 2. He's currently applying to a variety of schools and academic society. His greatest wish is to end up near a ski hill. Will Hoffman. Will, number 64, has been a lineman at SAFL since 7th grade when he started playing football as a Cougar with Coach Word, announced career. After doing time on the bench in the early days, he's already on the sidelines as a senior. He's had a lot of great moments in the league, built strong friendships, and grown as a player. He's also encouraged young players by coaching flag football for 4 years. His mom will never forget when he played with a fractured wrist. Mom and Dad are proud of his dedication to the team, his hard work on the field, for every snap, and his love of the game. Will is hoping to attend Indiana University next year. Will Boswell. Will started playing flag football in the 3rd grade and has moved to tackle from the 5th grade. He has played in the SACHC and SAFL leagues and has coached flag football for 4 years. He wants to pursue a degree in engineering or computer science. Brandon Stewart. When his parents finally relented to Brandon Stewart playing football in the 7th grade, there was no holding back his boy. He was very determined to do well and would study his plays more than he would the schoolwork. He worked hard to keep himself in shape and strong for the team. Some of his best friendships were made in this game of football. He has been coaching flag football since his sophomore year and is also an active member of the Sports Management Club. He will enlist in NS next year and plans to pursue a degree in business. His parents are super proud of him and wish he can blitz any obstacles that come his way in the future and dad for his dream coach. Matty Meehan started his football career playing with full pads in 1st grade. He's always been intense about the game, avidly watching college football reruns and quoting player stats even before he started actually playing. His parents remember that as a 5-year-old, his very first game, Matt refused to go out on the field. They were bewildered that the child who had begged us to play had panicked. After apologizing to the coach, Matt relives every game, every post-game, and family discussion. Football has taught Matt about teamwork, dedication, discipline, and sacrifice. He has learned to lead, follow, and win and lose with grace. We are forever grateful to be blessed by the many coaches, team volunteers that have made football a reality in Singapore. Matt has been recruited to play rugby and is waiting a nomination to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point. And last but not least, Hugh Lim.
One more time. How about a big hand for our seniors? One more. Now join me. I would like to introduce to present a special award, our cheer coach, Susan Studebaker Rutledge.
This is the first time in 42 years of the SAFL program that an award has been given to the cheerleaders. The SAFL Council decided that it has been way too long that a cheer girl had not been acknowledged as an award recipient. So as a cheer coach, I am proud to announce this new award this year for the first time. The Cheers program mission statement has always included the girls should promote and uphold spirit, unity, and pride. The cheerleader must always represent the SAFL to the highest degree on the field and off the field. A cheerleader should set an example of good behavior, and sportsmanship is critical at all times, whether in uniform or not. She should promote friendly attitudes with each squad member and coaches. This year's recipient exemplifies what a cheer enthusiasm cheerleader should look like. I have been honored to have coached her for the last 2 seasons. She's been helpful to me as a coach by always being one of the first volunteers easily for whatever task needs to be done. She alone this year organized our ordering of travel hoodies. She single-handedly organized tonight's Pink Appreciation Night. She is also our proud cheerleader of the squad who sings the national anthem at our games. Furthermore, for years, I have tried to get the SAS administration to allow the girls to wear uniforms on game days. She offered to help this year and basically walked into the admin office and helped this year, and came right back out and said, "It's done. We can wear our uniform tops to reflect our team spirit." I believe she has her own unique charm and very irresistible. All those that know her know by now who I'm talking about. I'm proud to say that our first Cheer Enthusiasm Award goes to Sasha Quinlan.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the Johnner Award. Susan? Susan will say a few words about the Rod Johnner Award as a previous recipient.
The Rod Johnner Service Award. Rod Johnner was a supporter of SAFL for many years. He had 2 sons in the league, and he held many positions in this organization. But he is most proud and still holds the SAFL Commissioner position record for 7 years. He also officiated, did announcements, and whatever was needed. Rod saw the league from good days of 4 World League teams to 2 teams, and then back to 3 teams. In many ways, he was the glue which held SAFL together during the hard times and represents what a real volunteer does, and that is whatever is needed. This award will now and in the future be given to recognize an individual who has put their heart and soul into the Singapore American football community. This will be a reminder to us in recognizing members of our community like Rod Johnner, dedicated themselves to the Singapore American Football League far above and beyond the normal call of duty. Some of our previous recipients are sitting in the audience tonight. Gail Yap, Dennis Shaw, Phil Morris, Jeff and Lori Woodard. The recipients of this year's award characterize the hundreds of moms and dads, plus other folks from the community who come forward year after year to make the amazing program work. This year's recipient exemplifies the SAFL volunteer spirit. This volunteer is seen week in and week out for many years now, filling up water bottles for the boys, organizing countless meals, helping with our international games, and travel in addition to donating a lot of time to whatever tasks needed to be done. We should all strive to carry on this tireless tradition and commit to volunteerism just as this woman has shown. She stands as an example to all of our participants and our contributors as to what a superb volunteer should be. It's my pleasure to present this year the Service Award to Jack Brick.
Okay, and before we go on to our individual player awards, I just wanted to take a minute to offer some recognition for the young men and young women who come out here tirelessly. Taxis, buses, MRT come to us from other schools to join in the kids from SAS in making this a great league and participating. I think the number this year comprises about 32% of our league is made up of these young men and women from other schools, and I think it's important that we recognize them, acknowledge that they're here playing with us as teammates as one, and we want to make sure that that tradition continues. So what I'd like to ask is that if I call your school, please join me out here, and then we'll take a moment for recognition. Canadian International School. Gems World Academy, ISS International School, Nexus, the Singapore local schools. Unfortunately, the specific names weren't recognized, but if you're from a Singapore local school, please come out and join us. UWC Southeast Asia, Australian International School. German European School, Singapore. Where's Max? Max not here tonight? International Community School. Overseas Family School. The Stanford American International School. Where's Max? All right. And did I leave anybody out? Any other school that I didn't mention? St. Joseph, SJI. Yeah, come on. And I would like to ask that our SAFL Eagle players and cheerleaders please stand in unity with these kids, and let's acknowledge everybody for coming out here and making this a great game. Guys, we're proud to have you here, and we look forward to having you back next year. All right? Big hand. Now moving on, I'm pleased to pass this over to Scott Marshall. Are you ready? I'll let the coaches take over these responsibilities from here on. Scott Marshall, Jeff Majestic, Nikolai Adibaggio, Brandon Harris. And where's Coach Madison right here as well. And also helping out on the international away game was Coach Damian Gillespie. Where's Damian? There he is, right there, big hand.
So this award is for Rookie of the Year. Consistent with our league's desire to build our program all over the island, we are recognizing our Rookie of the Year as the player who made the most impact in the first year in the league. This year's winner came brand new to the Singapore American Football League and made a big impact on both sides of the ball. Against Kubasaki in particular, he was an absolute force on the defensive line and played a huge role in shutting out Kubasaki 25-0. Please join me in congratulating defensive tackle Jose Lopez as our Rookie of the Year.
Awesome. And I need you next year. So make sure you're out here and we'll teach you how to shed a double team. All right, so the next award that we're going to go over is the Most Improved Player. Now, this gentleman has been with us for 2 years now. Unfortunately, he's a senior, so I'm not going to get a third year of improvement out of him. But this award has been voted on by both the captains and the coaches. This year, he recorded 2 interceptions in an international game. After last year, you put him on an island, oh my goodness, it was scary. So, most improved player for this year, Neil McComb.
Two awards I'll be presenting tonight to some of our veteran linemen that often don't get the recognition that they deserve, and everyone who's played football knows that. So that being said, I'll start with the Offensive Lineman of the Year award. This goes to a big, strong, disruptive force. We all know him, we all love him. We know he's on the left side, and if we ever need a third or fourth down, we're going to run behind him. So I'm proud to announce Joe Brigg as the Offensive Lineman of the Year. And one more to the unsung hero on the defensive line. He's been another disruptive force, another veteran, a big guy, a strong guy, someone who shuts down the strong side end. Whenever he's out there, you know he's gonna make a play. No one other than Mr. Hoffman.
All right, we're going to run straight into the Coaches Award. Now, the Coaches Award is chosen by the coaching staff, and this year's winners, we have two. We could not choose because injuries are a part of any sport, and football is certainly no exception. Players who get injured have a choice. They can either work their tails off, do the grueling rehab to come back, or they can quit. This year's winners have no quit. They showed a ton of grit and resolve as they both battled back from ACL injuries to make a massive impact both on and off the field. Beyond their long touchdown runs, crushing hits, and leadership, you could also find these two volunteering their time to build our future by coaching flag football. This year's Coaches Awards go to Mr. Zator and Mr. DiBaggio.
Okay, so the next award is obvious to everyone on this field and in the stands, and it is our Eagles' Most Valuable Player. If you name any significant statistic, this player led our team this year. Tackles, yards, touchdowns, whatever you name the statistic, this guy led our team. But what I admire most about this player actually has nothing to do with his athletic ability. Rather, he achieves the bulk of his success through sheer grit and a will to win. His unmatched work ethic is infectious to his team, and it makes him a great role model for our young players. Also, if you ask any player we played against on this field or in Okinawa, the player they feared the most, respected the most, they would say number 7, our captain, number 7, Matt Meehan.
And now I'm honored to introduce Coach Jamie Madison to speak and to present our most prestigious award, the David Nobles Award.
Hi. The David Nobles Award is the most prestigious award that the Singapore American Football League presents. The SAFL Commissioners established the award in David's memory in 1976. The recipient of this award is selected by a vote of coaches in the high school conference from the Singapore American Football League. It is given on the basis of sportsmanship, dedication to the game, citizenship, and courage. It's been the tradition since the very beginning to read the names of the previous winners. These awardees over the years comprise some of the finest members of the Singapore American community. Tony Chung Ling, Stephen Kennan, Mark Schreiner, Steve Stone, Ian Burns, Walter Brucey, Mike Williams, Tony Kalick, John McGrath, Tommy Bergeron, LaRue Griffith, Richard McCarthy, Matthew Reiser, Sam Howe, BJ Valentine, Justin Evans, Keith Chemetsky, Nick Adams, Travis Chemetsky, Mike McMeans, Josh Nobles, who's going to be coaching with us next year again, Chris Hoyes, Ryan Grodidier, Bartley Stanton, Kyle Johnner, Sean Wiley, Brian Linton, Mike Lascanzo, Adam Anderson, Robbie Whitehead, David Knuckles, Brandon Lay, Brandon Meehan with two brothers in the house tonight, Richard Vargo, Alex DiBiagio with two brothers in the house tonight, Joshua Daw, Elliot Sperling, and Keaton DeBoard. It's quite a list. 40 years. This year's recipient moved to Singapore in 2008 and has played in the SAFL ever since. He started out in flag and then played with the Gators, Cougars, Chargers, Oilers, Bulldogs, playing on 5 championship teams in 8 years. And of course, our beloved Falcons and now the Eagles. He is also active in the SAS community. He, along with other teammates, formed the Sports Management Club. One of their biggest achievements was working with teachers, coaches, and admin to pair high school athletes with middle school sports teams to assist coaches. He is a member of the Apex Gym Board, Caring for Cambodia Club, a captain of the varsity rugby team, and competes in track and field. But football was always his first love. He started playing in the States in 1st grade. I got this from his folks and I'll share it with you. That spring, when baseball season rolled around, Matt volunteered to say grace at dinner one night. After getting through the thank you parts, he paused and said, with conviction, "And please, Lord, help baseball season go by quickly so we can get back to playing football." Dedication to the game. Our 2016 recipient works as hard or harder than any other athlete I've seen here in my many years. Preparing for a game, Matt goes into his zone at least 3 or 4 hours before game time. He does not speak. He plays motivational speeches and music and clips and all kinds of stuff. Do not talk to him during this time. Take my word for it. Even I tiptoe, kind of. He brings that intensity to the field and to the game, and you can see it in most every play. He has high expectations for himself and his teammates. He has stepped up as a team captain both as a junior and as a senior and takes his role seriously. This young man, ladies and gentlemen, exemplifies everything that makes this league, our SAFL, the greatest community football league on planet Earth. It is my pleasure and my great honor to introduce the recipient of the 2016 David Nobles Award, Mr. Matthew Meehan.
First say, we need pictures of parents here. Big hand for Matt and all of our recipients tonight. One more time, recognition for the hard work and dedication they put into this league. That wraps up our awards. 10 minutes, we'll kick off second half. Thanks everybody, have a great evening.